Hey, what's up guys? So for the longest time, I have been trying to combine fight training and golf. And I finally made it happen. I was able to create this setup in my backyard where I have a punching bag on one side, my hitting mat and my net on the other, so I can go straight from fight training to golf to fight training to golf. So why am I doing this? A couple reasons. The most important reason is in a little more than 2 weeks from now, I have my player ability test coming up. So this is the first step towards becoming a golf pro. Now, I think golf is three things. It's physical, it's technical, it's mental. So I keep asking myself, which one do I need to work on most? Physically, am I ready for this test in 2 weeks? Absolutely, 100%. My body, let's go. Technically, am I strong enough? Absolutely. Am I perfect? No. If I was, I'd be on the PGA Tour. But is my game strong enough to pass this test? I 100% believe that. Mentally is where I still need to work on my confidence and my ability to focus when I'm on the golf course. And this is exactly the same evolution, the same journey that I had in fight training. There was a point in fighting where physically my body was as strong as it had ever been. Technically, I could destroy a punching bag. I was great when I was hitting pads. But then when I would get into sparring, there was a lack of confidence. And that would disrupt my flow and it would make my performances weaker than they should be. And I feel sometimes that that still happens on the golf course. When I'm locked in, when I'm in flow, when I'm experiencing golf at its best, when the best version of me is out on the golf course, I can play some really amazing golf. But every once in a while, that doubt still creeps in. And so I need to be 100% focused. I need to be able to lock into that state of calm intensity when I'm on the golf course. And the best way I know how to do that is to train it with fight training. So I'm going to be experimenting with a bunch of different versions of this combination. But today's session consisted of one, rope skipping. Always start with rope skipping. Best way to warm up the body. It warms up the shoulders, gets me moving, and it's something I've been doing for so long that I really get into a flow very quickly with it. I then go right into a dynamic stretch, make sure that my body is ready both for the punching bag and golf. Next is a little bit of breathing. Always include, I like to do 1 minute or 3 breath sessions because then I'm not really meditating. I'm really just taking time to focus my mind, recover a little bit physically, and it really helps to start stirring up that positive neurochemistry that I'm looking for. Then right after my warm-up, it's 1 round of shadow boxing. If you're into punching bag work, always warm up with at least 1 round of shadow boxing before you put on the gloves and start hitting the bag. It's just something that you want to do to protect your joints and make sure that your body is ready for the impact that you're going to be getting on the punching bag. Then, this is where things got really interesting for me. I went straight from 2-minute rounds on the punching bag. So I started with a 2-minute round on the punching bag and then went straight into hitting some wedge shots. So what's the idea here? The idea isn't that I'm trying to take anything technical from there and bring it to here. What I'm trying to do is I'm getting into this really strong, powerful mindset. When I hit a punching bag, I lock in very, very quickly because I've been doing it for so long. And I want to take that mindset that I'm creating here, that intensity that I'm creating here, and I want to bring it straight to golf. So 2 minutes on the punching bag, take off the boxing gloves, put on the golf glove, grab my club, start hitting into the net. When I'm hitting into the net, I'm not looking for quantity, I'm looking for quality. So I'm really taking my time on every single shot and really getting into that locked in, focused state. I'm not thinking about technique right now. All I'm focusing on is a nice smooth swing and trust that the work that I've done in the past is gonna come out technically. So I hit about 10 shots, that's it. Because again, I'm just trying to lock in that sense of focus, that sense of strength, that sense of confidence when I'm on the golf mat. Then drop the golf glove, put on the boxing gloves, back to the bag, back to the mat, back to the bag, back to the mat. And what I did is I did wedge, I did 8-iron, I did 5-iron, and then I went into driver. So I finish off with driver, and when it comes to driver, that's I think the one where the more intensity I bring into my swing, especially when I'm on the golf course, the better I play. Where I get into trouble, especially with drivers, when I start thinking about technique, when I start thinking about where I need the ball to go, no. I need to set up and I need to just hit that ball without thinking about anything. I need to clear my mind, get into a calm, focused state and hit the ball. So that's what I'm trying to recreate here. By coming from the punching bag straight to the driver especially, that's where I really felt it. That's where I felt like I was bringing that fight energy into my driver swing. And I know that once I get on the golf course, do this consistently enough, when I get out onto the golf course, I'm gonna be able to lock in to that focused state that I get by combining these two. And then at the end of the session, 5 minutes of breathing. Often I do a 20-minute meditation after a workout like this, but for today, I really just wanted to let everything kind of sink in, dial in, and visualize myself on the first tee of my player ability test. Because I think that's gonna be the most nervous I'll ever be, is that first shot, that first drive. So especially after hitting driver, I wanted to take 5 minutes to just visualize myself on that first tee with all those people watching, if there's people I don't even know, and just hitting an amazing drive right down the middle. And I'm just gonna visualize that over and over and over again, and I'm visualizing it while I'm in this powerful state that I triggered with my combination of fight training and golf training. So obviously I would prefer to have this punching bag sitting on a driving range somewhere, then I could really get into some good practice, but for now I'm gonna settle for my punching bag, golf mat, and net combination. I'm gonna experiment with different versions of this and different types of workouts, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, if you're trying to improve your mental game and you're trying to lock in when you're on the golf course, try using your workouts as a way to build up that intensity. And if you have access to a driving range nearby, as soon as you finish that workout, head straight to the range. If you have a net at home like I do, go straight to the net. Don't wait. You want to hit those balls while you're in that state, while you're in that powerful state. And if you mix in some breath training, then you can really get into a flow state, into a peak performance state, and probably start playing your best golf. So again, this is day one, just over 2 weeks left, and I'm gonna be so locked in for this test, you have no idea. No idea. And I can't wait to share everything with you guys, and I can't wait to get through this test and get to this next chapter in my journey. Let's do this, let's go, peace.